We moved to Auburn about 10 years ago from Incubator space up in Federal Way. Over the last 10 years, we've developed a number of new innovative products and connected with lots of others here in the Auburn area.
We do research and development in bioenergy, and this is a long time coming here. We're a small startup and started in '98 with just one guy, so we know where it's going. And to have this kind of resources available locally is awesome for the city of Auburn.
Yeah, we're really excited about an incubator getting started here. It's a place for people to come together who have ideas and draw on resources, identify people within the community from the financial and accounting and legal that can help them do things. So we're excited. Most communities that are innovators have one. It's nice for Auburn to have one.
I'm Tom Albro with the Seattle Port Commission, and I got to tell you, today's project, what we're looking at, is exactly why we have ports working with cities. To be able to create an incubator space where new businesses can start up and grow and thrive and actually get rooted and anchored right in the towns that are helping to bring them about. That's what it's all about.
On behalf of the Auburn Area Chamber of Commerce, we are really excited about this innovative approach to startup businesses, and we wish them luck, and business is really booming here in Auburn. That's great.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the sunshine in Auburn. It was raining everywhere else on my way back into town today, but it's sun shining in Auburn, so here we go. I have a few introductions to make, and I will start with our city council members who are here today. We have Councilmember Bill Pelosa. Councilmember Yolanda Trout-Manuel. Councilmember Bob Baggett. Councilmember Claude DeCourcy. And Councilmember John Holman. We also have with us today some other electeds, and Councilmember Rich Wagner also. Come on up, Rich. Our longest serving council member. Now you have to be careful what you say because we do have more than a quorum here. We also have a couple of other electeds that I would like to introduce. We have Mike Pellicciati from the 30th District as our representative. And also Senator Wellman from Mercer Island. And our Port Commissioners. We have Port Commissioner President Tom Albro and Port Commissioner Stephanie Bowman. And before this wind takes everything away from me, I have a couple of, well, it might have already taken things away from me. Here we go. So, first and foremost, what a great time for us to be here. We are so excited by the opportunities that we have been provided by the Port of Seattle for the grand opening of our incubator. Small businesses, as we know, are the backbone of our country. And allowing small businesses to grow out of this great facility here, well, we just couldn't be prouder for what we are about to embark upon. Small business owners are risk takers. They're entrepreneurs, and I look around and I see several huge risk takers here today that have become incredibly successful and are also mentors for the upcoming generation of those who are risk takers and are going to do great things in our community. And our hope is that through the incubator, we can serve as a partner to those new businesses. And especially during those first maybe few months up to a year or so, that's crucial that there is success and that they know that they are supported and they can move forward and take those risks and be ensured that they're doing the right thing by taking those risks. You know, it's really a scary proposition to start up a business. So to have a place where you can go on a daily basis, and if you don't live in Auburn, you should, but if you don't, you can come by Sounder and not even have to worry about using a car and walk right into the innovation area Your imagination runs free and wild, and you're going to be allowing the city of Auburn to grow and prosper along the way. There'll be new jobs created, not just for those of the entrepreneurs that will be working here, but for the businesses that they're going to be creating. Just think of that. That's one of the focuses for Auburn is how do we grow, how do we create, how do we grow family wage, middle income jobs? Well, the opportunities that the Port of Seattle are providing for us are going to do just that. We are going to see greatness come out of this building, I have no doubt, and I can't wait to see just what kind of exciting new opportunities are in store for us. The economic growth, well, Auburn is on the move already. This just adds to the greatness that we already have going. So with that being said, I would like to introduce to you Tom Albro, president of the Seattle Port, or Port of Seattle, for a few words. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mayor and Council. And Doug, I want to congratulate you. This is a phenomenal day, a great facility. You know, there are 75 port districts in Washington State, and most people don't know that. Many people who decide they want to run for port commissioner don't know that. I bring that up. There are more ports in Washington State than there are counties. Ports in Washington State are economic development agencies. And so one of the things that we do at the Port Commission is we ask ourselves, how can we partner with local communities around King County, which is our jurisdiction? What would we do if we were the Port of Auburn, an economic development agency, a partner with the city of Auburn? And I'll tell you what it looks like. It looks like what's right behind us. So this is a fabulous day. We're doing just exactly what we were chartered to do over 100 years ago, and I think you can expect a lot more of it to come. The thing I want to do is I want to call up my colleague, Commissioner Stephanie Bowman, because she was really the early champion of the Port developing this grant program that's been part of funding this great project. So, Stephanie?
Thank you, Commissioner Albro. I just want to say a couple of things. I could not be more thrilled to be here today. When we created this economic development grant program for the 38 cities in King County, this was exactly the sort of project that we were hoping for. Exactly where a city would come forward and say, we have a great idea, we want to create jobs in our community, and how can the Port of Seattle help be a partner? So I'm thankful to my colleague, especially Commissioner Albro, for having championed this project with me. But this is a great sign that Auburn is open for business. And it's now for the rest of the county to understand that this is a great growing city with a great community. And this project in particular, as the mayor said, will bring in entrepreneurs, not just here in Auburn, but from around the county, and letting them know that this is a great city to live in. So happy to be a partner here, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephanie. Few more people that I would like to introduce you to because it's their hard work that has allowed us to get to this point today. First is Doug Lean, our Manager of Economic Development. Where's Doug? And with him, Josh Arndt. And also someone who came to our team as a volunteer. We kept her with us for a while. She has moved on, sadly for us, but she continues to be a driving force for us, and that's Tiffany Dickman. So for those of you that know Doug Lean, you know that it's very difficult for us to keep him quiet for very long. So I am not going to force him to do that any longer. Doug, I'm going to ask you to come up and share a few words, Doug. A few words. A few words, Doug. Yes. Doug Lean.
Thank you, Mayor, very much. This is the opening of the incubator is a phenomenal thing for us as a business development, and as the Commissioner said, yeah, we are open for business. This was exactly what what we as a goal had tried to establish 4 or 5 years ago when we first got our first Innovation Partnership Zone certification from the state of Washington and Department of Commerce. That was in our business plan. It was confirmed in our 10-year economic development strategic plan that our city council adopted last year. That took us 16 months to go through and vet that process. And it's also a part of our business plan that was written for the incubator as one of those goals that we needed to do for business support and development here in the Auburn area. In this region down here where we have the opportunity for market affordable industrial space for startups, we have a multitude of phenomenal manufacturers with doing innovation now. Force Concepts, for example, local company, and Northwest Laser Cutting are both here today. They are cutting edge in new research, development, and patent work and product within wood fiber and aerospace. Both of those gentlemen are on our advisory committee for this that will help as mentors with the startups for the incubator. First, really, I've got to give props to the mayor and city council. They've listened to me hum and ask and beg for support and money to do this for a long time. And then when the port came along, it was a wonderful thing. It kind of closed the deal that we could implement this strategy once we knew that it was a direction that we wanted to go. And we hope it will just grow from here. We figure that we can support probably 25 to 35 companies in here, startups of different types and sizes, and we will put them on a work plan to write a business plan and a finance plan, and hopefully in 12 to 18 months when we ask them to jump into the river, they'll have a chance of swimming and grow home grow jobs. So it's just a collective process of support to get this, and the business community is on board. The chamber is helping us with it, and a number of other partners. We have Office Max, Umpqua Bank. We have Comcast Business has been phenomenal with bringing in more internet than these companies can suck up. So we've got the community support to make this thing work, and we think in a year or two will be interesting what comes out and is in the ground force around here. I especially want to thank Josh. He helped us. It was his hard work to pull all the sticks and bricks on this together. So. Thanks a lot there. So anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you, Josh, or thank you, Doug and Josh and Tiffany. And also, I'd like to introduce to you the CEO of the Greater Auburn Area Chamber of Commerce, Julia Jordan. We have a great partnership with the chamber, and we appreciate that very much. I think, without further ado, we're going to cut us a ribbon. Open us an incubator. What do you think? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
So the incubator is an amazing concept for the city of Auburn. I used to have to drive all the way to Seattle. You know what? I don't have to do that anymore. I live across the street. I come here, work 24/7 whenever I want. Free Wi-Fi, office, desks, all the resources that I need, from scanners to printers, lockers to store my stuff in. With a community like that, you share ideas, you share different, leads and so on, and your business grows. And you know what? My business has grown already. So thank you to the city of Auburn, thank you to the mayor, Doug, Josh, and everyone that made this happen.
Hey Auburn, I'm standing here in front of our newly opened Dream Center. That's the incubator for new businesses and for entrepreneurs, for those risk takers who needed a place to be able to cultivate their dreams. It's right inside the doors in there. We are so excited and so thankful to the Port of Seattle for the grant that allowed us to open this great facility. Can't wait to see the wonderful ideas, the creativity that comes out of here. You need to check it out too.